Hello and welcome to Beyond Serenity. The experience of overwhelming loneliness is something most divine feminines have become very familiar with as they travel the twin flame ascension path. As you watch multiple aspects of your life crumble away, while drowning in the deafening silence from your divine masculine's absence in the 3D world, the feeling of being lost, confused, and utterly alone is an understatement. As we desperately try to cope with a level of pain and a feeling of isolation beyond words, it is very common for divine feminines at points on this journey to reach towards the outside world, grasping for anything to alleviate the discomfort. At first, the search for relief tends to push divine feminines to cling on to any signs of hope of receiving the love you crave from your divine masculine. However, as you reach a place of resignation that for the time being, this love seems perpetually out of reach in your physical reality, divine feminines will often turn to looking for comfort through searching for a soulmate relationship. It is true that there are points on this journey where other soul connections may come in for a period. Both divine feminine and divine masculine may spend some time in soulmate relationships during the separation phases. These connections are incredibly valuable, and they serve important purpose through lessons, growth, and fulfillment of soul contracts. However, these connections do not come through actively seeking. Rather, they will be brought to you in divine timing without effort. And they will not supersede the periods of solitude, which are essential for the divine feminine's path. There often comes a point on this journey where divine feminines engage in actively seeking out or hoping for another relationship. Normally, with much frustration and disappointment, what is inevitably discovered is that when you are searching for a soul connection or relationship, and you are coming from a place of wanting to fill a void, the results will simply not be what you desire. When you are in a state of needing and wanting, there's an underlying feeling of lack or fear. And the further you progress along this journey, the more you will not receive anything you desire in your physical reality when you are residing in these underlying lower vibrational emotions. The universe will block all other relationship options when you are not in full alignment with what is needed for progression along your ascension path. There are also unavoidable points on this journey where divine feminine will be held in isolation and energetically protected to maintain a state of solitude. As disheartening as it can feel, divine feminine have gratitude for this built-in safety mechanism of protection. Your higher self will not let you mess up this journey, even if you try. The isolation is not an easy road, and it can be very triggering, especially when you see others around you in relationships. It can at times feel like you are famished for a meal, walking down a street with multiple restaurants where you watch and smell others eating a variety of tempting food options. However, each time you stop to ask for a table, you are told the restaurant is full and you are left in your state of hunger. What you are not realizing is that your higher self is purposely preventing you from eating at any of these restaurants. as there is something so much better waiting for you further along your path. You are being taken to the most exquisite location where you will be warmly greeted and invited to savor the most delicious of gourmet meals, surrounded by the most breathtaking views and sharing in the most unconditionally loving connection. But before you arrive at this destination, you must walk the path of solitude, as it is a crucial part of your journey. Like a caterpillar in its cocoon, this solitude is where you undergo a complete metamorphosis. You are moving through a massive purification process, which is preparing you for a whole new form of operating in this world, and this includes your relationships. When you truly get honest with yourself, you'll realize you no longer want a version of relationship existing within the old paradigms of love. You no longer want the fears, the codependency, the neediness, the lack of trust, the expectations, and the need for validation. What you truly desire and deserve is a relationship of pure freedom and peace, where you can simply enjoy the presence of each other's company without any of the density of the conditioned beliefs of the old templating weighing you down. It can be triggering to hear when you are earlier on in the journey, but reaching a place of release from the shackles of attachment to your programmed codependency brings with it a freedom and a sense of peace you had no idea existed. In the initial stages, the solitude can be excruciating, leaving divine feminines feeling like you are utterly alone, drowning in a sea of despair. However, as you stop fighting and you lean into acceptance that this is simply an essential part of the process for your transformation, the solitude begins to take on a whole new meaning. It is so hard to believe when you are in the moments of deep pain and loneliness, but there will actually be a day where you relish the aloneness. You reach a place of loving your own company so completely that the thought of settling for anything less than a relationship that fully aligns with you on all levels no longer exists as a possibility in your mind. It is a beautiful feeling when you wake up one day with the realization that you actually love your life and the time spent with yourself so much that any notion of sacrificing this to settle for anything less than everything you deserve seems like a bewildering and foreign concept. The more you lean into the journey, the more the desire to seek or search for a relationship dissolves. You begin to fall into a state of full trust, knowing that you are shifting into a brand new paradigm where something more beautiful than you ever envisioned for yourself is on its way. And once you let go, it will be brought to you effortlessly in perfect divine timing. Until next time, with unconditional love.